It's been a while.
I thought I'd come back to YouTube a bit like how I started.
Running is always so humbling. This is all pointless. Thank you, Philly. Why I stopped filming my YouTube videos. I did promise that I would run a marathon.
I'd come back to YouTube a bit like how I started. When I started this channel, having co-created Philly's channel with her, I always thought it'd be interesting to kind of see my side of the kind of creative process and also show kind of like my running journey, seeing as kind of Philly got me into it. So I remember, you know, just procrastinating and not doing it. And then one week I was like, well, I want to show my weekly training, but it's Sunday and I suddenly had the urge to create the videos. And I was like, well, screw it. Let's do a Sunday to Sunday vlog. And that's what I'm going to do today to kind of, I don't know, kind of sort of copy what I did back then. I've had the urge to kind of create videos again after a kind of period off, and I'll get into kind of why I've taken some time off later in the video. For now, I'm just going to take you through my week. Yeah, I can show you what we're getting up to. Philly's got a race this weekend, so I'll take you along to that. We're flying to Boston. We're currently in Flag, by the way. If you didn't notice, I'm sure people have because you watch Philly's videos. Anyway, let's get into the session. We can talk a little bit more later.
All right, before we start though, might as well tell you what the session is. It's interesting. You might have seen it on one of Philly's videos, but she's given me a session that she did, her first session up here. It's not my first session up here, but it is a 90-30 session. So it's 90 on, 30 off for 3 miles duration. Might do a little bit more because I've been doing a bit more volume, but we'll see. It's a hard session, so I might get to 3 miles and be like, I'm good. But yeah, it's kind of like the ons are meant to be at 5k, 10k pace, but I will start at tempo probably just to kind of feel my way into it because I don't want to kill myself. Let's get into it. And also, other than just explaining why I haven't been making videos, I'm gonna update everyone on kind of where my running's at, what I've been doing on that end, kind of what's been going on behind the scenes in my life. I'll update you all on that later in the video, but for now, let's go get this session done. That was brutal. Jesus. Philly's coach gives that session to all of his athletes when they've either come up to altitude or they've been on a break for a while, because it kind of just humbles you a little bit to the altitude, because on paper it seems like quite an easy session, just 90-second reps, but with such little recovery, and you're going at like 5k, 10k pace. Oh, it's brutal. I managed to do it. I felt really good the first 2/3, I think, and then on the third loop there's like a hill, like it's a very gradual hill, but it hits you. I think I just went too quick because I was like, oh, I'm gonna power through this, you know, keep it the same pace, but like put a little bit more effort into it. But obviously that effort turned into just running faster, so I think I screwed myself in the last one. But I'll have a look at the splits in a minute. I think we managed to consistently drop it throughout the reps, so definitely started at tempo and definitely finished probably a little bit faster than 5k pace. I'm not sure what my 5k pace is at the moment, to be honest. So something that has changed since I last did these videos is shoes. I now have a shoe rotation. So what I was wearing for my session were the Cloud Monster Hypers. Monster 2 Hypers. Is it Monster Hyper? No, I think they're just Monster Hyper is the name of them. They are a speed shoe, but they don't have any plate in them. So they claim to be the fastest non-plated shoe. Although I have nothing to compare it to in terms of like speed shoes. The difference between running in these and my daily shoes, it feels to me like a very fast shoe and really feels very springy. So yeah, if anyone's looking for a non-plated like session shoe, this is a really good option. But at the moment, I'm running in the Cliftons. They're the Clifton 9s. I bought these while I was out here. I was meant to order some ons. No, I did order some ons rather. And unfortunately in the US, the on had a big, I don't know what it was, but they have basically a problem with their shipping. So I've been wearing the Cliftons, and then when the ons arrived, I got the Stratus, Cloud Stratus, and I just prefer these. They're just a lot more comfy for shorter recovery runs and things like that. But they're nice. They're just a little bit more, they're a little bit firmer. So I think I use them for kind of like, I don't know, if I'm doing kind of steady runs or something like that. I just love these shoes. They're great. And it's just nice not to be having to run in stability shoes, which is cool, which means my gym work and my physio and stuff has been working, which is good. All right, let's go for the cool down. Just looked at the splits. I'll put them here so you can have a look. But we managed to get all the way down from like 8 minute mining all the way to 7:10, which is sick. Other cool thing that Strava just told me that was the second fastest 5K I've ever ran, and that was a session. I think it was 2:25:55. It might be the third actually, because I don't think I forgot my watch at the park run that I did when I ran the 23 something. I can't remember what my 5K PB is now. 23 something. For that session to be the second fastest 5K on Strava at just under 26 minutes. Yeah, I feel like I've adjusted to the altitude for the first time ever, I think. Last time I was here for a month, I didn't adjust. Like, I was doing sessions and it was just still killing me. So yeah, been here for nearly 6 weeks now. Yeah, got another 4 to go. So let's see how fit we can get, which will be really cool. Who I found? What have you done this morning?
Running.
What? Nah, I never knew that.
She is filming a Q&A video. It's now the afternoon. Me and Connor have filmed his workout. I say I filmed his workout, he worked out. And now, once Philly finishes the video, we're gonna watch The Incredibles.
Let's go.
So, a thrilling day.
Mission Impossible. Great content, everyone.
Honestly, the great content that everyone was yearning for, that you've been missing out on.
Give me my laptop back.
Happy Monday, people. It's a new week, which means work starts all over again. So it's a busy one. We have a race coming up this weekend, which of course I'm gonna vlog. But what that means is that we miss a couple of days at the end of the week for kind of editing work. So we need to like pile in the work early this week to get stuff done. So I'm currently editing a Q&A video for Philly, which will be coming out this weekend. So the weekend of the race, so probably a week before this video comes out. Confusing. I have a meeting with our managers in a little bit, and I also need to get on work for my clients. So today, in terms of running, I have a short run. I have a deload week this week from running, but also something else that's new since I last picked up the camera is I'm working with a good friend of mine, Molly, who's just qualified as a PT, and I'm one of her first clients. And she's been sending me 2 sessions a week, one kind of larger, like traditional gym session, and then one smaller one, which kind of focuses on either core or my back, which are the 2 main areas that I think I need to improve on to help things like my headache, but also just, yeah, my core sucks. So I think that'll just help with everything. Injury prevention, being stronger and running, all that kind of good stuff. So I also have a deload week from her. But for now, I've got to get on with some work. All right, and just like that, it is nearly 3:45, and I have rough cut Philly's video and started like fine tuning it. Probably about 80% done on a reel for a sponsor. This legend had a nap.
55 minutes.
A whole 55-minute nap.
Going to the Olympics, but nothing.
And I'm about to go do my easy Monday run, which will probably be anywhere between 35 and 45 minutes on the treadmill. Something else that's new that I didn't have last time I picked up the camera was I have a hand-me-down heart rate monitor from Philly. So this just goes on the arm like here. And I didn't realize how rubbish no offense to my watch, but how rubbish the heart rate sensor on it is, because this is completely different and it gives me a much better reading of my heart rate, which is always nice. My heart rate doesn't just shoot straight to 170 anymore. It gradually gets there. All right, let's go for this treadmill run. All right, we are here. Setting up, gonna put some YouTube on, get in the zone. I like running on a treadmill because it's flat and there's not many flat routes straight from this house, but it is also so terrain. It's so boring, but get some YouTube on. Here we go. Oh, and today it was also the day where I had the dregs of my kit that I've got, so I'm wearing a very interesting colour combination. I look a bit like a Christmas tree with pink socks on as well.
I'm the happiest Christmas tree, oh ho ho, it is.
Sometimes the treadmill seems so much easier, and then other times it seems just so much harder. And like, first 20 minutes of that run, easy peasy. Felt good, just watched the video, distracted myself. Second half, felt like I was going uphill, but it's literally pretty much, apart from going up a couple of degrees, it's pretty flat, so pretty flat, it is flat. I had to get off anyway because Philly needs the treadmill for her second run, because she's doing the same thing. All her double runs are gonna be on the treadmill, just so she's trying to, just for her poor leggies, just trying to reduce the hills. All right, rest day for me today, but Philly has got a pre-race session 4x mile and then 6x400?
4 to 6. Yeah.
4 to 6x400. So yeah, we're heading to Boston later this week for Falmouth Road Race, which I've been told is quite a famous road race. It's 7 miles, which is a weird distance, but we've heard it's beautiful. It's a lovely place. It's an interesting way of racing. Philly's just going to race it, but like on tired legs. So she's not tapering at all for this one. It's going to kind of simulate the last 7 miles of a marathon on really, really tired legs. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Now, let's get this session on the road. Happy Wednesday, people. It is my long run day. I feel like I'm just listing things that have changed since we last spoke. But another thing that's changed, purely for this camp, because I am basically a glorified assistant coach on this camp. I'm needed at long runs, I'm needed at sessions for Philly. My running schedule is kind of based on when Philly doesn't need me around. So my long runs have moved to Wednesdays, my session days have moved to Saturdays. And you know what? I'm actually really liking it. I like that I get my long run done midweek, and I like that I finish on the session. It kind of gives me like makes me feel like I've accomplished something at the weekend, I guess. I guess having a long run on Sunday, but it's just the fact that it's Sunday and then you run on Monday. It doesn't feel like you kind of close the week off, whereas running a big session on Saturday, having Sunday off, I don't know, it's just nice. But anyway, today is not a particularly long run. It's actually not a long run at all, really. It's probably like a medium run. It's between 50 and 60 minutes. As I said, it's a bit of a deload week because we're going to Philly's race, and I haven't had a low week since getting out here. Just thought it'd be useful to kind of maybe reset a little bit, because it does take much longer to recover up here. I do feel myself in the day getting a lot more tired, finding work a lot slower and harder, so it will be nice. Let's go to this run, and then after the run, I want to talk a little bit about why I stopped posting. Firstly, let's go for the run. Got the trusty Hokas on. It's kind of fun that I get to talk about my shoe rotation now. I say shoe rotation, it's currently just 2 shoes. Running is always so humbling. I had the best session I've had since being up here, probably the best session I've had since before the half marathon on Sunday. You guys saw that. Going out for this run. Most of this run was downhill to start with, but I still feel like absolute crap. It is crazy. It's just so humbling. So just want to take this time to show the reality of running sometimes, that you just got to take a little walk, and that's okay. But it sucks because it's just like, I thought I was getting fitter, and sometimes it just knocks you off your feet and you're just like, oh God, this is terrible. So I'm gonna get my heart rate down a little bit and then go off again. Then we're back. Chocolate milk, recovery needed. Just did 50 minutes in the end. Just didn't feel good today. Altitude's a weird thing. You feel like you got over it. Yeah, I feel like I've adjusted to the altitude for the first time ever.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
So when hills are in the mix, it's just brutal. I said I would talk a little bit about why I stopped filming my YouTube videos. The main reason, there are some smaller reasons, which I'll get to in a second, but the main reason is that after my last video, when we were in Fontenay, we went straight into basically summer track season for Philly, which meant that basically we were focusing all of our efforts on kind of her channel, just like making sure everything was okay for her. My channel comes last. I have to firstly obviously edit for Philly, and then I have my clients that I need to edit for. I can't let them down. The big reason was time. Second reason, probably the reason why I haven't picked up the camera earlier, is probably a little bit of laziness and just not wanting to put the effort into it. I feel like that's a trait I have in a lot of areas of my life. Like, I tend to try take the easier route sometimes. So when I started having a little bit more time again, mainly at the beginning of this training camp, I was like, I could pick up the camera, but like,
And then the third thing, which is the smallest thing, but it kind of niggles at the back of my head, is that like my life is particularly just, you know, it might seem really interesting from the outside perspective, but like my days are normally I exercise and I just sit at my desk and edit. That's just kind of my work. And yes, we do travel a bit more, but it's not like I'm a travel vlogger. I just sometimes I'm just like, do you guys want to see all of this? Like it's quite boring. So I think there was a little bit of me that's just like, is this interesting for people? So I think that was it. But now I'm sitting here and lots have changed. There's lots more interesting things. Like I've got, you know, I'm training in the gym a little bit more. So I think there's a few more things I can talk about. I'm probably just going to space it out a little bit more. And if you have any ideas or things that you want to see a little bit more of, I can't guarantee that I can do everything. Like it really is hard to kind of like vlog when we're at races and stuff because I have to put so much focus into filming Philly. So as much as I want to kind of do more of the behind the scenes kind of thing, like sometimes it's just really difficult to do that. Enough waffle. Something else that I need to talk about as well is the marathon. I did promise that I would run a marathon when I hit 10,000 subscribers, which is very close, by the way. So we might hit that once I start posting videos again regularly. So it's not as straightforward as I thought it was going to be because I didn't realize how much a half marathon hurt. I don't want to do anything stupid. We'll talk about that later, though. I've been waffling for too long. God, I've really picked a week to start vlogging again. It's all up, down, up, down. Started so well. It is a deload week, as I keep mentioning. I was just going to do 25 minutes on the treadmill and then do my session because the treadmill's in the garage of the gym. So I was just like, there's no point going out. It's like I've just arrived again and it's the first week of altitude. My body is just not enjoying running. It's just like absolutely not. It's not like I'm a little bit out of breath, but it's like my whole body is like, I don't want to do this. Which is really frustrating because I feel like I literally just turned a corner again. Because I feel like it seems to be a pattern with me, and it's not like I probably am getting a bit fitter and, you know, over the process, but it feels like I get to a point of fitness and then my body's just like, nope, not having it, we're done. And then it just feels like I need to like pull back a bit, and then obviously I lose fitness. It's just so really frustrating. I don't really understand it. Again, like I don't want to make excuses, but it could be like the meds that I'm on, like they stop you from like hitting like 100%. They like cap out at like 90-95% of like your physical exertion. I also had to take a special pill last night because I had my first like proper migraine of the camp. There's probably a lot of like things feeding into reason why today's been a bit crappy, but yeah, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's frustrating. But anyway, I have a deload workout to do today. It's basically a shorter gym session than normal, and also instead of pushing the weight to a point of where I can do like 2 or 3 extra reps after the allotted reps are finished, it's more like 6 to 8 reps that I could do again. So it's more about just like getting the form correct and making sure that everything is working and it's not killing me, although it is slightly higher reps and therefore still getting the kind of the workout in there. So let's get into it. Don't hit me up in the comments about my form, all right? I'm still a beginner at this weights thing. All right, let's get on with this little workout. So this next set, there's an exercise I'm really not very good at. Chest, clean to chest. So it's the one where you like pick up the bar from the floor and go like that. I feel like just today, I'm already getting angry with myself for like doing weights that like I have been easily doing. So I think I'm just gonna swap that out for an exercise that I like, smashing the arms, because it's where my strength lies in my upper body. Anyway, top tip, if you're struggling with something and you're getting angry or it's just not working or you might hurt yourself in that moment, feel free to like change it up a little bit. It's one day, it's not gonna do any damage. So prioritize that. I get very sweaty. Probably the wrong colour t-shirt to be wearing, but hey ho, who's watching? Just all of you guys. All right, final tricep, moving on to kind of back chest.
all done. Just one of those days. Didn't go well. That's okay. We move on. We fly to Boston tomorrow. I have a run on Saturday and another really short workout to do at some point over the weekend. So we'll see whether I get that done on Sunday. I probably won't because Sunday's the race. So yeah, might have to do it on a Monday, the little workout, but I'll definitely run tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how I feel down at sea level. See if I can feel anything. Hopefully we will. Today, finishing off Philly's video, Q&A, which has been a mammoth video. So if you haven't watched it and you're watching this, I'm sure most people have watched that video. If they're watching this, go out and go check it out. It's taken me a really long time. It's a mammoth video. It's nearly 40 minutes long. It's taken the best part of 3 days to edit. So all good fun. All right, let's get cleaned up, back to work.
The elastic band over your head. Pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally.
It is nearly 11 o'clock. We've landed in Boston.
Boston time though.
Yeah, true. What time is it in?
It's 5 to 8 in Flagstaff.
Yeah, so it really doesn't feel late, but it is late. We're just sat.
No, we're not sat.
We're not sat, we're standing eating pizza off the front of our rental car because nowhere else is really open.
Car's too clean inside tomorrow.
Car is too clean inside too, so. This is quite a nice place to wake up to, isn't it?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. This is honestly the best race accommodation I've ever stayed in. This race, Falmouth, they put you up in host families rather than like hotels because hotels are really expensive around here. And there's also no hotels. So yeah, we're staying in a lovely like lake front. I mean, it's kind of beachfront. This is technically the sea, but it's like almost like a little man-made lake type thing. So yeah, it's stunning. Woke up, had breakfast served for us. It was all out on the breakfast table. It was, yeah, stunning, beautiful. We love Matt.
You can just stop talking, you know, when like you know what to say.
Yeah, but
We had breakfast, it was beautiful.
So, in classic me fashion, I literally haven't picked up my phone to film my video today because I've been busy filming this one, running real fast. She absolutely killed it today. Did exactly what she needed to do. Ran on a very tired marathon legs. Felt incredibly fit. She ran really super well and...
I mean, they probably know, they probably watched my video.
Emotional damage!
That's so true. They probably have, so it's all pointless. Thank you, Philly. No, but we've just, since we got back, we've just literally chilled and now we're at the beach. We're gonna go get some ice cream. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
God damn America, why is everything capitalist? Yeah, they even advertise in the sky. Yeah, and then we're gonna head back to our host's family. They're gonna take us out on a boat, which I will promise to get some footage of. Yeah, all in all, it has been a very, very nice Sunday. Oh, and in terms of my training, I was meant to run today and on Friday. And obviously Friday we traveled, so it wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, it was a deload week. We'll make that excuse. To say I'm wet, it's a bit of an understatement, but it's such a lovely place to run by the sea. And I don't know what it is about the rain in the UK, but like it has to cool down to rain almost, and you get a bit cold and wet and fed up. Whereas like I'm not cold, I'm just wet, which I guess is really nice. It's just nice really. 4.6 miles, 45 minutes, easy run of this new week started. And that's probably where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I know this has been a bit of a mishmash video of clips here and there, but it was just basically me forcing myself to pick up the camera this week and start producing content again. Probably gonna leave it a week. I feel like I need to build into it slowly. That's kind of like how when I'm not dreading something, I don't dread this, but like it's just on top of everything else I do, it can add a little bit extra stress. But realistically, because my brother is editing these videos now, woohoo, hi family, like it doesn't really add that much pressure, and it's just a nice little outlet for me to show you guys my training, and if anything else comes up that I feel like I want to talk about, I can do it. So it's a bit of like an outlet for me, which is good. And guys, put in the comments below, we've got a couple more weeks in Flagstaff, but not just that, let me know what you want to like produce in these videos. I feel like I lost a little bit of that kind of spark of like knowing what to record, and I know some of you guys just want to see my training, and I'm happy to do that, but I feel like I want to make sure that I'm constantly making good content and stuff that's going to inspire you guys to get out and run as well. So put in the comments below if there's anything else that you want to see. Remember, if for some reason you're here and you haven't checked out Philly's channel, I'll link it in the description below. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs this year, and also Elliot's, we're kind of trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So yeah, go subscribe to those guys, and I'll see you in the next one.